Dave Garage here. Today we're gonna be talking to you about the 5 things that I hate the most about the FJ Cruiser. So if you are planning on buying this car, you must watch this video because these things are very annoying to me. But at the same time, I kind of already knew them, but it's better when you have a perspective of how they look. So I'm just gonna mention them, and it's gonna be in no particular order. I'm just gonna mention them all. So the number 1 is gonna be the suicide doors. They might look cool. It's a Toyota thing, and it looked like they open very wide, so there's no problem there. But whenever you get to a parking spot and you have to open your doors, it becomes very inconvenient at the point that you have to, like, the driver has to get out, and then he has to get out the way, leave the door open, so the person in the rear can open their door, get out, stay in that little spot, close one of the doors, get out, and then close the door, and then you finally can close the driver door, and that's how y'all get out of the parking spot. It's very annoying. Number 2 is gonna be space. Since we are already inside the vehicle, let's mention it. The amount of space in the interior is very limited. Toyota announced this to be a 5-passenger vehicle, and I don't know if I can call it a 5-passenger vehicle. 5 adults in here, it'll be very uncomfortable. You might be able to do a 15-20 minutes drive, and it's okay, you can do it. But if you're going on a long trip with 5 adults, good luck. Y'all gonna be very miserable. The person in the front, you'll be fine. But if you're driving comfortable, the person in the rear is gonna have very limited space. Their legs are gonna be all over the seat, or they're gonna have to be in a very uncomfortable position. And if the person in the front decide to move forward to let the person in the back have a little bit more space, then y'all just gonna be uncomfortable. There's not gonna be a spot where all 5 people is gonna be comfortable. Not in this vehicle. Now if you got kids, that's a whole different story. If you're single, or you and your significant other, then it's a perfect vehicle for y'all. But if y'all are 5, no, I wouldn't think so. Now let's move up to the outside of the vehicle. The front windshield. As you already probably hear or read, the front windshield is so flat that it's almost like a magnet for bugs. If you live on the country, you can wash your car, you can drive during the day, perfect. But if you go in anything at nighttime where all the bugs get attracted to your headlights, it's like they explode in the front windshield. I mean, and I'm not even kidding. It's like one after another one. Your windshield be looking so nasty by the end of your trip. I just hate it, and it's just because it's so flat. But not just that, but if you get rock chips from a truck or other cars, you can have a very big percentage or chance that your windshield will get cracked. It's very notorious in these vehicles, so I do hate it. That's number 3. So number 4 is gonna be the tailgate. The tailgate opens sideways, and a lot of you gonna think that that is cool. And it is kind of cool, except that when you go into a parking spot, people normally park really close to you, and your tailgate become useless because you can barely open it. When you got plenty of space, you can open it all the way, swing it all the way open, and it is cool. So you might think, well, just park a little bit more forward and you'll be able to open it. And you can do that, except that the people that normally see the open spot come in, and then now they park all the way forward, even passing their parking spot. So your tailgate still become useless unless you get on your car, move your car forward, and then open the tailgate. Of course, number 5 is gonna be blind spots. I don't know if you've ever been inside of a FJ, but they have so many blind spots that it is scary. You can barely see anything out of this car. I mean, the mirrors that I have right now they have a different FOV, so they help you a little bit with the blind spot. But even with that, it's still, you kind of have to get used to driving the vehicle, because when you're reversing, it's like you're like inside of a box with 3 little holes, and that's all you're gonna get. So when you're backing up, You can barely see the car behind you. The car is already pretty high for a factory car, so almost every other little vehicle you're barely gonna be able to see it. And if you see it, you're gonna think that it's right next to you. You're gonna stop and you're gonna be so far from it, so you're gonna have to go back and back up a little bit, right? Or leave it there and look like you can drive. And the other thing is, when you go into like a intersection, if you just drive like a regular car, you're gonna be so stuck because you're not gonna be able to see the oncoming traffic. And I'm gonna give you a point of view so you can see what I'm talking about. So you actually have to like align yourself where you're like a little bit diagonal, so you'll be able to see the cars coming from the passenger window. I know I said I was gonna say 5, but there is one more thing that it might drive you crazy. This vehicle is very underpowered. Maybe not very, but it's definitely underpowered. They rate this car to be a 5,000 pound capacity for towing. I don't even see that. I mean, this thing is luggage when you get out there, and there's no way for me to explain it to you other than if you drive it, you'll be able to tell. But I don't even see myself pulling anything with a trailer over 3,000 pounds, honestly. With my GX470, I was able to put a 20 feet enclosed trailer with a bunch of stuff inside, and he was able to pull it. But that's a V8. This vehicle is underpowered. I don't see you pulling another car or a big boat, nothing like that. I mean, even a small boat, you might struggle. So there is that. I was supposed to say 5, but I guess that's the bonus. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, you might want to subscribe, because next video is gonna be the 5 things that I love the most about the FJ Cruiser. I hope this gives you a better idea of what it's like to own one of these vehicles. There's some things you might not like, but there is some things that you will like. So we will talk about that on the next video, and I'll see you around.